What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike, aka Michael Mitchell, back at it again with another video. And before I even start this video, I just want to thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I'm actually sitting at 1,010 right now, which is completely insane. I didn't expect to get to 1,000 this fast. I did expect to get to 1,000 because I'm going to keep grinding this out. We're going to get to 10,000. We're going to get to 100,000. I'm going to keep grinding it out, until we get there. We'll hit 1 mil one day. But regardless, thank you so much for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. Obviously, you guys like the videos. Obviously, you guys are subscribed to the channel. I still only see that 7% of people actually subscribed or watching the video. So if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. But regardless, let me just get into the video because I don't want to, keep going with all that. Past all that, I'm here to give you guys the content, and here's the content I got for you today. So if you didn't see my Uber card video where I basically said the Uber card was dead, I can't use the Uber card anymore because I can't get cash back from it. I can only redeem the Uber card or Uber points for Uber purchases like Uber Eats or taking an Uber to go somewhere, whatever. Basically, the Uber card is dead to me. I made a whole video about it. Make sure you check that video out if you haven't checked that video out already. But essentially, in this video, I'm going to explain what my cashback strategy is now since I can't use the Uber card anymore. So without further ado, I don't want to waste your time anymore. Let's get right into the video. Let's go. Do a quick rundown of the Uber card before versus the Uber card now, and then we're going to get into my cashback strategy going forward. So last year when I got the card, the Uber card would give me 4% back on anything regarding food. That means dining, that means takeout, DoorDash, Uber Eats, all that kind of stuff. I would get 4% back on. That is a lot that a card, especially a credit card, would give you back on one type of purchase, but definitely basically the main reason why I signed up for the card. Regardless, 4% back on dining, 3% back on travel. So that's Airbnbs, that's all your flights to wherever you want to go. That's your Uber, Uber trips, Lyft trips, anything that's travel, regardless, doesn't matter how you travel, transit, all that kind of stuff, 3% back. 2% back on anything that you buy online. So that's mean online purchases. You go buy Amazon, you go to Boohoo, you go to Fashion Nova. I don't care where you shop. It really doesn't matter. You're all buying stuff online, 2% back. And then anything else that you buy stuff with, for instance, I don't know, you just go to the store and just buy something like, for instance, like Target or something, you get 1% back. So you get 4%, 3%, 2%, and 1% back on the Uber card back before. They recently changed their cashback strategy this year. So now you get 5% back in all types of Uber purchases. So that means Uber Eats, that means taking an Uber, Uber Cash, or using Jump, which I believe is like the little scooters in there, the little electric scooters that you see everywhere if you live in a city, basically. You get 5% back on that, which honestly is perfectly fine. That's actually a great thing, and it's the Uber credit card, so why would you not get the most cash back using Uber purchases? That makes the most sense. So 5% back, that's great. Nothing wrong with that. Next up, you get 3% back in Uber Cash that goes towards restaurants and also goes towards travel. So 3% back is still super solid for restaurants and travel. Nothing wrong with that. And you get 1% back in Uber Cash on everything else. Now, nothing wrong with that as well. 5%, 3%, 1%. Still, it's not as good as what it used to be, but overall it's still very solid. Nothing really wrong with that. But the main issue with that is that you hear that Uber Cash term I keep throwing around. That Uber Cash term, if you watch my last video, that Uber Cash term is essentially you can only redeem that stuff that you get all those points from. You can only redeem it for Uber things. So for instance, you got 5% back in Uber travel, or you took a plane and you got 3% back for taking the plane or whatever. All those Uber points that you're getting can only be redeemed for Uber purchases. That means that can only be redeemed for you to go take another Uber, for you to use Uber Eats, for you to use Jump, something like that. It can't be redeemed for what it used to be redeemed for, which was gift cards, cash back, money off your statement, anything like that. I used to redeem mine for about $50. Every time I reached $50, I would just go ahead and redeem it for a free Amazon gift card. So a free $50 Amazon gift card every time I got enough points. And trust me, those points ran up really fast. Now you can't do that. So essentially, there's nothing wrong with the Uber card. I'm going to still use it for slight things, but it's essentially worthless overall in the general aspect of things. The other two credit cards that I use for cash back is the Apple card and the Bank of America Cash Rewards card. With the Apple card, you're going to get 3% back in Apple purchases as well as some of their partners. You're going to get 2% back every time you use Apple Pay on your phone, and you'll get 1% back on everything else. With the Bank of America Cash Rewards card, you're going to get 3% back in any category of your choice, 2% back in grocery stores and wholesale clubs, and 1% back in everything else. So that 3% back of your choice can be used for gas, online shopping, dining, keyword dining, travel, drugstores, or home improvement / furnishing. My cashback purchases basically stayed the same when it comes to using my Apple card. I didn't really change much when it comes to that, but the thing I did change was my Bank of America Cash Rewards card. I usually only use the Bank of America Cash Rewards card for gas. 3% back in gas. I never touched the card for anything other than that because I never really had a need to, because the Uber card was just killing it in all the categories that I needed to. But now, since I spend more money in food than I spend in gas, it would make more sense for me to change my 3% back strategy from gas to food. So overall, now with my Bank of America Cash Rewards card, I'm going to get 3% back in all my food purchases, so that covers everything the Uber card essentially covered. I'll get 2% back in groceries and wholesale clubs, which I don't really use, and 1% back in everything else. I will no longer get 3% back in gas, but that is okay for the time being, only because I do have the Get Upside app. Make sure you check out the Get Upside app video because you get a lot of cash back just for getting gas, and that's a free app. So just definitely check it out. I made a whole video about it. If you sign up, you also get a free $14 just for signing up. You can't really go wrong with that, and you can also redeem it for gift cards. So make sure you check out that Get Upside app video. So yeah, 3% back, 2% back, and 1% back. I lose out on the 3% back in gas, but I gain 3% back in food, which I spend more money on anyway, so it works out. As far as the Apple card, I'm still getting 3% back in Apple and all their partners. So that means Exxon, if I go to Exxon gas station, which I really don't go to Exxon gas stations. I just don't. It's not really in the area, so I just don't go. But in the event that I do, I can get 3% back in gas. 2% back in those Apple Pay purchases, so when you actually pay with your phone using Apple Pay, 2% back, and then 1% back on everything else. But I'm sure you're still wondering, that still leaves a void for my travel. Where's my cash back in travel? And right now, I simply just don't really get any, but it's okay because we're not traveling anyway because there's a whole pandemic going on outside. So I will be getting a new credit card. It will cover travel and hopefully cover food as well. So stay tuned for that video because it will be coming soon. But for the time being, I don't really need a travel credit card or cash back in travel because I'm not traveling. If I am traveling, I'm simply driving my own car. So when the time comes, I will get that credit card. I don't want to say what it is yet because I'm not entirely sure, but I will have a comparison video coming up very soon, maybe later this week. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, and check that out when it comes up in the future. So that is it. That is my cashback strategy for my credit cards that I have right now. The Uber card I'm still going to use. I'm probably going to use it for Uber purchases whenever I actually do those. But for Uber Eats and stuff like that, it definitely works out. So I'll use the Uber card for Uber Eats. I'll use the Uber card for Uber travel, things like that. But for the most part, the card is simply still kind of worthless because you only can redeem it for more Uber travel or more Uber Eats purchases, which I don't do too often. I mainly use DoorDash, but we're going to get into all that in my next credit card video, so stay tuned for that. It should be out later this week. So if you like this video, you want to hear me talk more about credit cards, or you want to know about a specific credit card in general, make sure you just like this video. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know on my social media, so that means check out my Instagram, DM me on there. Check out my Twitter, you can add me or DM me on there, either one. Let me know some way and I'll definitely do it. I know someone actually reached out to me and they want me to cover the Amazon credit card, so I will be doing that in the future as well. So that's kind of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. I'm out. Dollar Mike. Peace.